White knuckles clenched the crib rail as I stood looking down at my newborn. Leaning over, I lifted the sleeping bundle and held it against my breast, feeling the softness of new skin as he pulled tiny legs up against his body. The small silky head turned as he continued breathing slow and evenly, and I felt the whisper of his warm breath against the pillow my neck provided. Cradling him lovingly, I slowly walked over to the open window, held out my arms, and let go. "You haven't had any thoughts of harming yourself, have you, or anyone else?" My throat seemed to close up so tight that any words just stuck there, leaving me unable to speak. "Mrs. Lay?" I looked into the well-meaning eyes of my family doctor and shrugged. "No, I'm just tired, that's all. I feel kind of blah, you know, like a cloud hanging over me, that's it. No, nothing like that." He continued writing in my chart, then looked up and gave me an understanding smile. "I don't really think you need an antidepressant. You just need some more help at home. Tell your husband to pitch in and give you a break now and then. Have an occasional glass of wine to help you relax. After all, you're only 22 and you have 4 little ones to take care of, not to mention a house and a husband. It isn't unreasonable to think you would need some help." As always, my smile came easily and I nodded. "Of course that's it. I'm sure you're right." He turned toward the door, but then looked back at me. "Better yet, why don't you hire a sitter and you and your husband go away for a long weekend?" Then he was gone. I hung my head, ashamed of my blatant lies. Grappling with his words, I remembered the last long weekend. It had led to a 4th baby, so there was no way that was going to happen. But I was also confused because he had totally ignored my concerns about Eddie. "I'm exhausted because my husband wants to have sex all the time. Do you think he might have an addiction?" My doctor, who had just come to our community fresh out of medical school, had only laughed. "Men would have sex with a tree if they could," he said, discounting Eddie entirely and focusing only on my lingering feelings of sadness. I wonder what he would have done had I told the truth. That since the birth of my first, that same scene had repeated itself in my mind, over and over again, leaving me afraid to venture too close to any open windows while holding a baby in my arms. The thought would come to me at the oddest moment, with such intensity I was sure I was going crazy, that I was crazy to harbor such insane ideas. Hurt my baby? What kind of a mother would do that? What's wrong with me anyway that I would even consider such a thing? What does it mean? What does it say about my ability to be a mother, to care for my children? The pervasive thoughts remained for many years, for the entire time my 4 children were too helpless to care for themselves, too innocent to protect themselves from a mother whose mind was invaded by so many evil thoughts that, had she acted on them, it would have instantly put an end to their lives. Yet I never told another human being about them, ever. I was terrified of the consequences, afraid something was wrong with me, scared they would lock me up in some place where medication turned the minds of crazy people to mush, leaving them defenseless against orderlies in starched coats and nurses with long needles and little pink and blue pills. I remembered Dr. Towson's suggestion to have a drink, but I never needed a glass of wine to get me through those mental minefields when the wrong thoughts threatened to blow my world to smithereens. Somehow, I just did what I was supposed to, instead of killing us all. It was at night, when he came to me, that I needed the alcohol to drown out what happened whenever he touched me. And it was those times, all those pervasive touches, that made me feel like a tiny insect caught and held fast, being squished inside a little child's clenched fist. It was those times that drove me to stand before my baby's crib, waging a war within not to do the unthinkable.